when I was learning to drive, I remember backing up the car actually quite a long ways and bumped into another car. At that point, my father, who was a hot-tempered person, he said, "That's okay, we can take care of this." And then, as Molly talked about her dad writing her about her driving, I could identify with, not Molly, with her dad, because I taught my two kids to drive. And that was, my son did a very unforgivable act. I told him, when you're a driver, you never express your emotions through the way you drive the car. And on the way to pick up my wife and daughter at the airport, he was going to go through a yellow light. I said, "Stop!" And he slammed on the brakes and just really emotionally involved with the way he drove the car. I said, "Okay, I'm driving to the airport." But I did forgive him, because when we picked up my wife and daughter, I said, I had him drive, and it was really impressive for my wife and daughter. Okay, so Molly's adventure of traveling alone. I like some of the very colorful things that she described when she got smacked on the hand for losing 10 points when he scored a 90. Again, I talk about how I identified with her dad as a parent. Maybe all of you one day will have that joy. Eric, probably pretty soon. Going on to Karen, talking about the perfect leader. I liked how you talked about the visionary person going into a direct sales meeting, a multi-level marketing. And I think that imagery really drew in the kind of person and characteristic that you're building up. Very interesting. And also, that story about you having the phone in your pocket when your boyfriend called. Here's a secret to finding your phone. Okay, Google, ring my phone. It works always perfectly at home, but it's not working out. But I use it all the time to find my phone. I love the saying that you had, a manager makes you feel they are important, and true leaders make you feel important. That was very descriptive. And also how you tied in supervising junior high people studying for their exams. I was expecting a story of total chaos, students that wouldn't listen to you, but actually how you said that your performance was evaluated by how the students felt about being able to study. So I think that was a very good example and graphic language to communicate what you're trying to express. Paul's speech, I did something really bad. I called him during his speech because on the tail of Karen's speech, where she had the Google ringing in her pocket, I knew he was going to be reaching for his phone for the Google. I thought maybe I could make it ring while he was doing that. But anyway, Paul, I asked your forgiveness. Oh. Yeah. But all that said, Paul did get the Nobel Prize today. Because there's no bell from your contest. And a lot of you also got your Nobel Prize, except for one person.
Language evaluation, not general evaluation.
Right. Eric talked about the value of forgiving. And I think there were some quotes of forgiving that I thought were very impressive, that I read elsewhere. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that you were the prisoner. Like when you don't forgive, that you're a prisoner. I think that matched with what you're communicating. And finally, that Easter is coming. There was one quote I'd like to talk about, was from the Emperor of China when Christ was being crucified. Here, thousands of miles away in China, when Jesus was being crucified, there was an emperor who woke up and in like an amazing enlightenment. He said that yin and yang had mistakenly switched and the sun and moon were eclipsed. And the sins of all the people were on one man. Pardon was proclaimed to all under heaven. And this was someone that recognized forgiveness from 1,000 miles away of what the amazing thing that was happening at that time. Joe, I like the use of your... Are we in yellow?
You didn't raise the ball on.
Oh, okay.